Hello again! That was very dramatic. It is I, Loretta, and we are here to play more Disco Elysium. And we are... far away. Why are we so far away? Okay. We are going to head across the waterlock. But first...
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Yes, yes. We have a couple little things to take care of first. Do you know what's behind the blue door?
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Leo said you're friends with Mañana. Is that true?
The mention of Mañana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Cool. What's in that borscht you're making there?
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his and then seems to wait for you to speak. I'm pretty sure he asked you a question.
Sorry, I have no idea what you said.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Let's see. Okay. So if we say no, he will not put the booze in the borscht. And if you say yes, I think he'll put more booze. If you put more booze, he'll get drunker and rowdier. I say no. Let's say no, because mostly the Hardy Boys, for one, but also the dock workers. I don't know if it matters.
Borscht need more vodka?
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then ask for some yourself.
Okay, I think that might be a bad idea, though.
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
I'll leave the cooking to you. I have business. No vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Cut it. Yeah, let's turn the aggression down a little out there.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
All right. I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. I need to say that more often. Just go around telling people to stay masculine. Hi, kitty. Okay. Now, I think I could talk to Alice and get...
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out toolbox, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I need to talk to Alice and get info on the boots.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Did you find out more about the owner of the armored boots?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I got the mercenary's name and a few biographical details. Are you ready?
Yes.
The lieutenant leans in to listen, notebook in hand.
I was born ready, baby.
That suit of armor was issued to an Oranese citizen named Ellis Tortenaer. That's E-L-L-I-S K-O-R-T-E-N-A-I-R. Exact date of birth, unknown. He was signed into the Lelystad County Neonatal Care Unit on 28th of February, 09.
Neonatal care unit?
He was found as a newborn in a leaf compactor near an abandoned farm. He spent 4 months in the neonatal unit, survived apparently, and was assigned to a foster family at 2. This is what the ICP knows about him. He was raised by foster parents, entered the Eastbrand Military Academy in Vredefort at 17, then served in the Oranese forces till he was honorably discharged in 41, just a year before the Seminese conflict. Then the armor followed him to Seminine, or at least I assume it did. And that's it. There are no records of his employment in Crenel, or any of its other incarnations, or him even entering Revachol.
Wait, he was found in a leaf compactor?
It's a garden tool used to press leaves into these cubes. It's a detail the hospital had, the only detail in these files. So I thought it would be good for you to know.
be interesting when talking to family. Let's see.
It is. Thank you, Alice.
Alice. Any information on his foster parents?
None, officer. Sorry.
So all we have to connect him to Cornell is the armor.
Even that is a small miracle. These organizations usually double-check their inventory. Thank you, Alice. Great work.
No problem, Lieutenant.
No. Well, we have his name and service record now.
A name. This is very good. Elise Cortenard.
I'm glad the inquiry was helpful to your investigation, officer. Did you have any other questions?
Nope, I'm done.
57th, over and out.
In the cabin, you see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
Now, that's enough fun with the foldable headlights. I know they are mesmerizing. They are also fragile. I'm not going to turn it on for you again.
Okay. It just bothered me that that was undone, but I'm pretty sure I have actually done that before. Tap these tappy taps. Tappity tap tap tap. Okay. I need to up rhetoric. I don't know why. Cool sound. Anything interesting in my clothing? Let me look at these. These two-sided dice have the color of a police alarm, bloodstone for red, and lapis lazuli for blue. If you roll them and squint your eyes, it looks like you're arriving on the scene. It's also raining. Note, look at the map tab in the journal to see which white checks it open. Okay. Trying to remember. Convince Hardy Boys to tell you the whole story. That's probably what I do. I was going to give it a break for a minute, though. Kim's not around to stop you. Ask Klassje about Sunday. Find the working class husband. I gotta do that. I think I gotta talk to the kid on the balcony. Where'd those old dudes go? Usually right over here somewhere. Oh, they're there. Playing tonk. I threw their ball on the thing. They got another one.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Let's see. Oh, I need more composure. Remind me to do that before the day ends. Oh, yeah. Alright, I'm very excited to go across the waterlock, though. For many, many reasons. Plus, I just love a good side quest. But there are no side quests. It's all a stereo investigation.
A rusting control panel with loose wires dangling out from the hole where an indicator light used to be, and a mechanical lever sitting in the middle.
I thought the cat was gone. I was like, oh good, I can put my teacup on the other side. Nope, cat's back. Okay. Pull the lever again.
You grab the handle and pull the lever up. As soon as the metal connects against the contact pins, you hear a loud clunk. Then, the waterlock starts moving.
Okay, if we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want us to get sidetracked, not with everything that's going on.
Too late, Kim. I'm already distracted. Let's go. The radio relay hums with electricity. Ooh, money on the ground. That's good. I need to get $20 before the day is over. Traffic beyond the gate. More abandoned motor lorries. Sign says no entry. Someone scribbled an inverted star on it. Fascinating. What am I doing? He's like, I don't know what you're doing. Okay, I'm gonna boost up. Oh, I didn't do the... I need this for something, so... I don't remember what. But I need it. I'll probably get more skill points. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, this was it. To get any farther with them, I need to, talk to Titus. What am I doing? I was just looking. Oh, I remember. I'm awake. Let's see. This box needs to be opened with a crowbar. Ooh. I got some manganese. Manganesium. Kitty demands kitty pets. Okay. Sunglasses. For taking your Harmel Rio Supersonique out for a ride on the streets of Jamrock where your heart is buried. Leave reason behind, feel the streets. Rube, what do I got going on here? Visual calculus? I think I like to see things clearly, but let's... Oh, I forgot. He's not seeing it. Okay. Hello? Someone has broken down the fence and the barbed wire. Oh, this has a barbed wire over the fence. That's interesting. The wind is corralled by the 4-story buildings around it. Glory, says the graffito, to the ghosts of us. Fascinating. I feel like that's a song lyric. Hey, smallest church in St. Sent. I gotta look at that. Birds in the birch tree, barely audible coos come from above. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time. Money! I'm just looting all the poor people over here on the fishing village. Sorry, Kim. I gotta collect some tear. Or sleep in the streets. I just did something weird. Okay. My computer died. Through the broken glass, dusty shelves, and a forgotten chair. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. My... No. Anyway. Kim's like, oh, yes. Let's look in here. Cold breeze is enough to make the wall planks creak. a bow tie. Okay. Let's pay attention to this. It might be important. You see a dark red chair in the dim light of the room. Okay. Interesting. This chair is very mysterious. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestacks rising fat plumes of smoke into blue cloudless sky. A tint of age, the color of old teeth, gives it a sickly look. Written on the back is a single sentence, repeated twice. I got out. I got out. No addressee. Oh. Interesting. Coal City. Did they get out of Coal City or did they get out of somewhere else? Hmm.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play on the tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this. No, I couldn't. It's too sad. I might cry and trash the room again. Scratch that. I'm already crying and I look dumb and old. But I might as well sing this for karaoke.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Interesting.
The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
Sorry, Kim. Just let me listen to my song for a second. All right. So. This. Actually, what am I wearing? Probably not pants. Empathy. Drama. Oh, I can have a dramatic bow tie. Look how purple that is. God, look at this outfit. Oh, it's perfect. That doesn't do anything. I kind of like this. Excuse me. Kinda am enjoying this outfit though. That's dead sexy. Give me Half-Life. Let's see. Empathy and hand-eye coordination. That's pretty nice. Oh. Oh dear. Oh god, that's a sexy outfit right there. And my savoir-faire suffers for this. Need better pants. Never find any good pants around. Just like these better. They just look better. Let's see. Negative to authority. Let's see. Drama. How much is my drama up by? 2. Does this shirt give me drama? Maybe up by 3. Got something that reduces my drama? Oh. Got it. Let's see. Well. Be very dramatic. I'm feeling very dramatic and empathetic today. Oh, let's see. What's my shivers doing? I'm seeing if boosting anything gives me different things. So this shack is kind of mysterious. I've heard maybe one of the, there's a shivers check where you think you see one of the Crenell people has been hiding out here. But I've heard a fan theory that I really find interesting because the dice maker tells you that these 24-hour windows. Sorry, my brain just stopped. The dice maker tells you that the 24-hour window store was a cover for a snuff milieu radio program, just like killing people for gross stuff, like live on air. And there's a fan theory that this might have been where that happened. Why there's barbed wire around it, maybe, because it was like a secret whatever. And that's interesting to me because Kuno S, you ask Kuno S was dripping wet when she broke into their apartment and locked herself in the closet and was like catatonic, right? And it was obviously remarkable because, how would you say? It wasn't raining or anything, right? It wasn't like obvious why she was wet. It was like weird to him. And if you ask her who her people are and stuff, she says that she's a Naki or a Marrow, which is like an evil sea monster, right? Both of those things. They're like evil water spirits. So I think, bear with me, Kuno S is a ghost. I think that she was murdered over here and her body dumped right here in this water. And then she rose from her grave and crossed the water and crawled into the apartments. And that's why she's an evil spirit haunting Kuno and driving him to do crazy stuff. Even if you don't take it literally, it's kind of an interesting thought that she was the victim of like these milieu snuff people or something. Ahead, decades-old concrete defenses. Children play on them now. Yeah. Anyway. I'm trapped. Let me out. That's my crazy fan theory. Kuno S is a ghost. There, I've said it. I've said it. She's a ghost. Okay. Hey, look, footprints. A creaking ahead, a broken axle grinding. Oh, this is tragic. Whatever could have happened here? A bottle drained of all its booze is frozen to the ice. I wish I had higher visual calculus, because I do love the ability to follow these tracks, because, and you could ask Roy about it, be like, you didn't hear the car drive over the frickin', there's these tracks. So There was a butter sign, like for Samaran butter, some brand of butter. Yeah, if I had higher visual calculus, you follow the tracks. They kind of careen wildly down here. You can see kind of the skid marks here. And they flew over and landed on the roof. And they hit the butter sign and jumped this fucking gully. Which is okay. That's not how that's supposed to be, but... And then, you see he landed, like, right there on this platform. You can see the tracks where he careens, boom, careens down here, and he careens, boom, boom. He's just out of control, and boom, he's on the ice, and he breaks through, which is terrible. And he comes up with this great theory that Jacob Irwin, the race car driver, must have been in town joyriding in some desperate thing for his lost lover or something. Ice just off the coast crackles, shuffling. It's like, well, Kim, nothing interesting happening here. What do you think? What do you think? Oh, hey, there's a thing in the water.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Insulindian Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
This is where the tracks on the plaza were leading to.
It appears to be so.
Lieutenant has a peculiar look in his eyes as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
You get a sudden, sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists. A single day in the salty seawater would ruin most vehicles, but this one looks worn even in places the salt water hasn't touched it.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo?
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out, but you do see a monkfish float by.
Cool. How long has it been here?
The ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
I like how he plays it like, oh yeah, I could just look at the ice and know when he knows. He knows.
The estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Well, looks like Jacob Er's journey came to an abrupt end here. See, I didn't get a chance to start that thought. That's weird.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphant over the driver's IQ. Crazy recklessness. Yes.
Yes. Crazy recklessness. I'd say it has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
Anyway, yeah, that's a little hiccup. Yeah, I think I would need a much higher visual calculus to initiate thoughts and talk to Roy about it, but whatever. What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Okay, let's sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede.
As you sit down in the old, rusty playground, the world around you becomes very silent. The hinges creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter. Ice cracks around the blue motor carriage in the sea.
I'm not wearing the right outfit for this. Hold on, it looks very blue.
Yes, it does.
What's your favorite blue thing?
Let me think about it.
Cool. Let's whistle a jaunty little tune.
The The tune on your lips forms a strange yet undeniably beautiful contrast with the surrounding bleakness.
You can kind of hear him whistling. Interesting.
The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. Then, still looking straight ahead, he joins you with a higher pitched and slightly more melodic trill. The wind blows. In the distance, behind the church, some vagrants are having an argument over a bag of tear they found in the reeds. Further away, a flock of seagulls lands.
Alright, I think I can hear them whistle. Very small.
The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So your dad, also, you know, not white? Kidding. What a freaking weirdo.
I'm pretty sure I told you already, didn't I? My dad and mom are both half Celite.
All right.
Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the swing set keeps climbing. You hear the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you have to decide with either the strikers or the shipping company, who would you choose? Think I'll ever find my gun?
God, I hope so.
Been thinking if I put enough time into eating right and exercising, I could turn myself into a living weapon. Then I wouldn't even need a gun. I don't think I'm ever going to find my gun. The world is so big and my gun is so small. No. We're going to turn ourselves into a living weapon.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Can you make out the mark now? Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side? Can you make out the mark now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupri, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
Yes. Why haven't you?
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Those kinds of people. Squint your eyes and say, is that a number on the side?
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical.
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Small fish, this one. The street racer is quite the ladies' man. This is his number of conquests. This must be Tommy 41, the morning host of FM 41. Probably not. Looks like the factory made a mistake and accidentally called this Capri 41. Stupid factory. I hate guessing. District something, a precinct, something municipal. Rub your temples. You're getting a horrible headache. Let's see. 41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rub your... Small fish. Yeah, this guy's no good. He's only 41st.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. You feel like you're about to faint and fall off the swing. Your hands get clammy, and the air tastes sour to breathe. Oh God, Harry. Oh God, Harry. What did you do? No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
We're noping out of it. No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, I mean, seriously, it's just coincidence my car is in the ocean.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my God, it's mine. I drove my car into the sea. Ah!
I'm afraid so, yes.
Oh,
it looks
it
like
hurt
you
my heart.
started in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
Maybe I was in pursuit of someone?
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
Okay.
Probably. Try definitely.
How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
It's sunken too deep. There is no access ramp to the coast.
It's just gonna be there like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
I can fix it.
That is very unlikely. All the electrics are toast. That goes for the electromagnetic steering and brake systems as well. You'd be lucky to find one undamaged component in there. In a few months, there will be nothing but rust left of this vehicle. It'll be cheaper to buy a new one. Well, not cheaper. This motor carriage costs 40,000 real. But in the long run, it still makes more sense to buy a new machine than try to refurbish this.
I definitely don't. I have $3.27. I do not have $40,000.
Let's face it, this is a substantial loss to your district's budget. I mean, my station only has 4 other vehicles in addition to my kinema.
They're not going to take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
People, yes, but not you.
I feel like I'm very, very, very expensive to have around. The badge, the gun, and now this. Oh.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything.
Things were going so well. We were just whistling all merrily.
You can still whistle. Besides, the night is always darkest before the dawn.
That's true, Kim. Well, at least I can see what's in here now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
All right. We got some thoughts breaking through.
Anti-object task force. Behold, the anti-object task force has assembled. God's avenging angel, arrayed against the lower emanations of the darkened one. Shoe racks, tape recorders, motor carriages, and doors. So many doors. You're not just pounding it all to pieces. You're reforging the universe, from the anvil of the heavens to the worms below. Indulge in it. Be bold. Have an impact on the shape of creation. Out of the furnace of your rage, a new reality. Also, you should trash your room again.
Fascinating. Okay. Date of birth, gemulator. Oh, Jamrock Shuffle came through. In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle. Cracking open containers, most of them are from Jamrock or Coral City, the poorest parts of Revachol that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume just beneath the streets. As children, you would all go underground hoping to find treasure and come back with a rat's tail or a used needle. The playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows? Maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours. Sweet. Okay. Oh, it's up there. +1 pain threshold. Blood oxygen is boring. All psych learning caps raised by 1. Nice. Pain threshold. One. I just got stronger and stronger, I guess. Okay. This one gave me all physique caps on 1 by 1. So, oh, there it is. Sure about? Okay. Okay. What do we got? Another coat. Esprit de corps and visual calculus. Ooh. Much more into shivers. Oh. Okay. A black uniform jacket with RCM's signature white rectangle on its sleeve and backside. Letters inside the collar read LTN2JFR. The jacket is of exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Okay. And I also got RCM badge LTN-2JFR Dubois.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
At least something good
Found
came
my
out
badge.
of all this.
Study the badge.
Encased between two durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that. Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it did on you. It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. Your eyes seem more clear somehow. The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus, though there's a pinch of that in your cheeks already. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
You were already hitting the bottle pretty hard 10 years ago. And your girl left you 6 years ago, which you don't find out to the end, but I will spoil that for you, which means, I mean, things were bad for a number of years, I think, before you broke up. I have a theory about what happened, personally. She's like some rich girl who was teaching art at the academy, and you were like a high school teacher. You know, maybe you met at some teachers union thing. Who knows? But for whatever reason, you were convinced to join the RCM. Once in the RCM, he rose quickly through the ranks. He's been there like, what, 18 years, something like that, according to your little book thing, and you solved tons of cases. You have 3 officer-related shootings in 20 years. Not bad, I guess, compared to other cops. And there's hints that, like, you were drinking and whatever during that period. Probably not as bad as now, obviously, but, like, there's implications later that she left you. There's also implications, and I can't remember if I got the phone call or not. There's a phone in the union office that if you succeed, puts you through to the video rental store, and they tell you, oh, you have no idea who you are. This is a video rental store. Who the fuck are you? But I looked up your name, Harry Dubois, and there's a video that you have out that is overdue by like years. And it's a video about a man whose wife and daughter, his daughter's killed and his wife leaves him, and he's slowly succumbing to dementia. And it's like a really dark, sad movie. And it's such an impactful movie for Harry that he keeps it, right? There's also hints that he's blacked out before and forgotten his memory before this. And there's also hints that him and Dora might have had a baby, but she maybe got rid of it, had an abortion. She might have had a miscarriage, and he's just like saying she did that on purpose because men are fucking idiots, but that's a whole other topic. But so there's like a lot to unpack with that relationship. That, like, he's, you know, killing it at work, but he's got to do a lot of drugs and alcohol because it's kind of depressing work. It's dark work and being a cop in this environment. And she's like, I want to be rich and be, you know, this art person. I'm an artist. You used to be an artist, Harry. You used to be like a musician. You used to be cool, and now you're just like doing lots of drugs and drinking and doing cop shit. And I think like she cheated on him. I feel like she cheated on him at least once. I do think that is one of the things. And then she got pregnant, decided she didn't want to have kids. It ruined her lifestyle or whatever. And it just sent him into a bit of a spin because there's like, he's like devastated when she leaves. Like, there's more between them. Like, they were together for a long time as well, I think. Because That was 6 years ago. He's been a cop for 18, which means they were together for at least 12 years, maybe longer. So, anyway. A lot there. It's an interesting story that we don't get a lot of. And in a way, does it matter? Like, that's why I threw the paper away in the beginning, because I've played this game a few times. I'm not somebody who obsesses over the past, so I find this whole thread kind of baffling in a lot of ways, so I don't always pursue it. But, like, I mean, it's interesting if you want to know about Harry, but in many ways, I feel, because he's basically a tabula rasa, he's a clean slate, it doesn't really matter. There was a thing on Tumblr I was looking at. I would really want to read a fiction where Jean and Harry hold a funeral for Harry Dubois, because Harry Dubois is dead. This guy is Harry Dubois, Raphael Cousteau, whatever, but he is not the Harry Dubois that drove his car into this ice thing, and I don't think he needs to be anymore. I'm somebody who's reinvented myself many times, so maybe I'm like, just become a different Harry. Let the old one die. Whatever, who cares? Anyway. Name, Harrier Dubois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
Harrier Dubois is an interesting name, by the way. Harrier, I think it's a type of plane. It's a hawk that, like, hunts rabbits. It's kind of dog. It can mean a hound. But Dubois means of the woods, which is, like, gives you this, like, elf image of, like a persistent, you know, hunter in the woods going after these things, which really fits him in a way, even though it's like he's in the urban jungle instead of the actual woods, because he's always running. He's always running like a hound or something, right? Or a flying hawk. He's always flying around. He's always, like, persistent. He's very attacking of people. He's with questions. So it's a great name. I love it. I love it when names mean things. I love it. Kitty's like, lady, I don't care. Okay. Wait, what kind of name is Harrier?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
It's meant to keep you safe.
That's just kind of like a sweet thought, right? That your mother names you a tough name to keep you safe. Or your father, whoever, like your parents. It's kind of a sweet thought.
From bullets, hunger, shrapnel, kidnappings, and worse.
I don't want to be Harrier Dubois. Don't accept it. I refuse. I never got the Raphael option in this game, so we will accept her name. I think it's a cool name. Hound of the Woods, the Hawk of the Woods. Huh? The Harrier of the Woods. He comes out of the dark and chases you down. It's got, like, what is it? The Wild Hunt vibes, right? Hunting the stag, the white stag, all through the night. On, is it Midsummer's Eve? I don't remember.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information.
Rank, LTN-2JFR.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
W. Freighter. What is a Lieutenant W. Freighter?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
Double Freighter?
The title of Freighter is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Freighter.
See, that is why I think, like, he really was killing it at work, right? He in 12 years, roughly, he was so good, he was offered captaincy twice. Which is crazy, but he wants to stay a working, like, field work person.
There are many reasons one would do
That's
this.
my thought.
The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken. Or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors, out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
What's a décomptage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol Citizens Militia. It means counting down to twos. The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kinks.
That's why I was wondering if Kim was a juvenile officer, like junior officer. They take in teenagers as like apprentices, basically. What kinks?
Kinks like satellite officers and the additionally a freighter rank I already explained.
Wait, satellite officers?
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So Jean is a satellite officer, his partner. Which is interesting. I wonder how far maybe he was a lieutenant and he got promoted twice. Because Jean wasn't his partner until after Dora left. Isn't it? I can't remember if they were partners 6 years ago. So she left him like a couple years before that. Oh. Interesting. Thinking. I'm thinking. But that implies a lot of that rank increase was after she left, where he kind of threw himself into the work and probably threw himself into the drugs and the booze. Although I suspect they were there. This is a 10-year-old photo. They were there before he increased in rank or whatever. Interesting. So you've been putting up with all my bullshit because I'm your superior. You put up with me because we're of the same rank.
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work. It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
I highly doubt that.
He trusts you, for now. Try not to spoil it.
I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
I believe that too, for one reason. He is not going through any serious withdrawals. And it's been 3 days since he sobered up. And I haven't taken any drinks. And you could do speed or whatever and smoke cigarettes. But other than like intrusive thoughts about drinking, he isn't having physical withdrawal symptoms. And that could just be a game mechanic. There's no flavor text about it or anything. So I wonder if this was a isolated binge. And that he's not a persistent, like, everyday alcoholic. He's somebody who... I have a theory about this. Maybe we'll get into it this time or next time. But I have a theory. This is a one-time incident that he spiraled because of an incident that happened previous. And coming here reminded him of a very dark thing that happened locally. He's been here before this incident. There's also issues with dementia, possibly, or something, which is kind of sad and scary. But that he came here, was reminded of this dark incident that happened, and that he spiraled. He's like drinking heavily, doing drugs, went out of control, and that's like his self-medication for mental health issues, basically. Instead of like he's not a persistent alcoholic. So Sherlock Holmes, this is a classic take on Sherlock Holmes, right? Like House, like Sherlock, and all those kind of reimaginings of this kind of Sherlock Holmes situation where you have a very erratic genius and then you have a more stable, solid, but maybe not quite as incandescently brilliant or whatever as the other guy. And Sherlock in the original did a lot of drugs, but he didn't do them consistently in like a daily use kind of thing. But he used to do cocaine because it helped him think or whatever. And Watson was always like, oh, that's a nasty habit. Like he was, I don't know, leaving crackers and crumbs in the bed or something. But like, there's just this like, even in like Sherlock, they play with that idea that like it's not a persistent drug thing. It's like, oh, I'm bored, I'm having a bad thoughts, I'm need help thinking, and then you go on this binge to like overcome that. Almost like a bipolar thing where like when you're manic, you're doing the drugs, and then when you're not manic, you're more stable. So you get bored, and then you got to swing back up. But yeah, I don't see him as a persistent alcoholic or drug user. I see him as somebody who does this sporadically. And that's why he's not having, because if he was a hardcore alcoholic that drank every day, stopping drinking could really actually kill him. That's why I'm always like, he can't be drinking like this constantly. This is like something that happens like enough that it shows on his face, but not enough that he has DTs. Whatever, maybe he'll go home and die later. I've heard that theory. Oh, that's a depressing thought. Anyway, back to the game. This leads me to believe maybe your current situation's only temporary. Thanks, that gives me hope. I'm afraid there are no ex-alcoholics. I mean, there are, though. Thanks, that gives me hope.
Good.
Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads...
Serial.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
Date of issue, 7 November 50, so it's a year old.
4 months ago.
Oh,
I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter.
I think that's also when he started spiraling. We'll get to that. Make a mental note of November. Now I want to play that Tom Waits song.
A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
The pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank.
So he got the W freighter status just 4 months ago. See, that was the other reason. I was like, something happened here that was really bad, but good enough. Like the outcome was good that he got like a promotion, like he did good work. But I think the actual incident was bad for his mental health, and that's why he started drinking heavily again. So
The case created a lot of edge you have to take off. The death march really gets us going.
yeah. Pain in your chest tells you you were working yourself to death to earn that rank. Yeah, so he was doing some big case, working himself to death, really into it, doing a lot of like speed and whatever. And then like it all blew up in his face and he got a freaking promotion for it, which kind of makes it probably feel like shit.
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41, like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor, a lot of asphalt. The 41st is... it's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is. But then again, it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
He knew all those people, although they're not from his station. They must be big. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
All right, put it away. All right. Okay, I'm like, why can't I think my thought?
Rigorous self-critique. Here it is. Hard facts from the man you are. You once jerked off in the locker room and were caught. You held a young woman by the arm and kept her in your apartment for 20 minutes against her will. That's right. These are not flights of fancy. These are real deeds, Harry, emerging from the darkness of your past. You tried shooting a fleeing suspect in the foot, but hit him in the pelvis, crippling him for life. And, above all, you let life defeat you. All the gifts your parents gave you, all the love and patience of your friends, you drowned in a neurotoxin. You let misery win, and it will keep on winning till you die, or overcome it.
Interesting. Oh, I didn't even realize that was still going. Okay. Oh. What did that give me? Bonuses from the thought. Int insight, red check failures, heal +1 morale. Motor red check failures, heal +1 health. Learning cap for pain. I am the toughest bastard, apparently. Oh, yeah. But my pain threshold can now... It's base is 4, and I can raise it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could raise it to 11. I could be so tough. Oh, so tough. Oh dear. Okay. So, here's the interesting thing. See these footprints? They start back here. Did I jump out of the car? And manually push it? Or did I jump out of the car and it careened as I tried to get into the ocean? Excuse me. As I saw the ocean come, I was like, oh no! And I jumped out of the car. Or did I teleport? Did I, like, Sambo style flip? As the car was crashing, I flipped out of the car. Sambo style and landed here. Kind of like a weird mark, but then there's these footprints. I mean, yeah, I guess they're kind of hard to see, but they come around here and they're like, oh fuck my car, and then they stop and light a fire. They're like, oh man, what's happening? They kind of wander around, and then they come over here and they're like, damn, look at that view. I bet Kuna West was dumped into this ocean and died from a snuff milieu. That sucks. And then I came over here and footprints in the snow that lead away from the accident. They come up here. Oh, here they are. You kind of see them here. Can I go up there from here? No. Let's see. Oh, boat. This is going to be me getting highly distracted and losing them a lot, apparently. Okay. So, they come over here. Do they go up here? Quick travel unlocked. Fisherman shacks. Nice. A wedding stone. Well worn and covered in rust. White curtains have been drawn shut. No looking in. Oh. Can I go in here? You see dust-covered linens, dried tulips, and a bed. Oh, cute. Oh, finally a pair of pants that aren't gonna kill my savoir-faire. +1 to the kingdom of consciousness. Moralist pants. If I wear these pants, I'm a moralist, eh? Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. Yeah, I'm gonna have to... They're boring, but they keep my savoir-faire from being quite so... weird. I might need a bow tie. Definitely a bow tie. Oh my god, I look like a waiter at a weird restaurant. Some frog themed restaurant. Okay. Let's keep this one on for now. Let's see. Yeah, we'll wear those pants. They're fine. Encyclopedia. No, I like perception. I think it's the only thing I have that boosts my perception. Oh, my shoes still do the thing. Alright, just come clonking in a dead man's boots. Okay. Is that why they don't do anything? Because they're centrist pants? They offer no benefits, but give you no bonuses either. They're centrists.
These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. You'll blend right in at some pleasant dinner party.
I like regular, normal things.
I know you do. These Inter-Isolari pants are like wearing a perfect compromise in your nether regions. No one will call the moral intern on you like this, that's for sure. You're a little more moralist now, buddy. A little more normal, even if you didn't want to be. Makes sense? This is what wearing boring office trousers does to you.
Makes sense. Okay. Charred cinder blocks charred a makeshift fire pit with the magazines for lighting.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
Okay. Sound of life in the north. A washboard scrubs filth from fabric. Okay. I went in here. I think can't get anywhere. The scrub is too thick. One's abandoned. Construction material. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. It's just like a cinder block shack. Speaking of, ooh. Should build this shed in my backyard out of cinder blocks. Kinda cool. Let's see. There's money up here. Okay, I am not ready to talk to these guys. Kind of late in the day. I want to follow those footprints. I think I want to get what's her name's. Let me see. Nope. In case I die. What do we got? Blase. Yeah, I got a real business back on the mainland. Let's see. Ask the scab leader about the tattoos. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Though I have a lot of information about him. I gotta get 2 signatures for Everett. So he'll help me find my gun. I got the smoker on the balcony. Gotta find the murder weapon. Find the morale. He's the guy I kind of want to look for right now. Find some speed and sniff it. Find booze. Put on the who put the clothes in the trash. Sing karaoke. I want to sing karaoke and talk to the guy, the cigarette smoker on the balcony, which I'll probably have to do soon. It's getting late. What is the race enigma? I don't care. I gotta get some pants from Kuno. So I will leave all this because I kind of hoping to find the footprint trail. A little black swallow circles above you. You hear it chirping. Ooh. Water runs from the west. The source is upstream. Broken pipe? Maybe. A hidden box. With the $1.15. Look at me, I'm getting rich. What's his name? Money. No boat in the boathouse today. But savoir faire. Oh no. How cool I am though. Get rid of all my negatives to savoir faire. Nice. Reaction speed. Okay. I feel like I need to be a dramatic art cop right now. I'm feeling my feelings. Bit dry. I like my savoir-faire glasses, but they take away the visual calculus. And I'm loving the I really do look like a waiter. Boathouse is shoddily constructed. A strong breeze could tip it over. Ooh. What is hiding boxes? Ancient paint is peeling off the roof of this shaded bench covered in rust. The sign says, Entrée interdite. Enter... Right, maybe? No. I don't know what that word is. Ah, there we go. Kim's like, just come over this way, dumbass. Turn on my Terran. Door is not only barred shut, it is inaccessible. Ooh. Take a look at this guy. +2 logic. Ultimate peak focus. -1 perception. Eyes on the road. Small wire framing inside this futuristic looking fallen peepo hat gives it the aerodynamic shape of a swoop skier's helmet, but none of its protective qualities. Covers the wearer's ears and eyebrows to bring down the drag coefficient. I don't know if I ever read this one. You're sure that wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement, though. Is your own stardom too dazzling for your eyes? Can't bear to look at your own fabulous reflection in the mirror? Then these classic oversized sunglasses are for you. Dazzling reflexes, the mirror lies. Okay. Okay. Let's go, let's go.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other.
Look, Kim, even more bullet holes. Something's definitely gone down here.
Correct. The density of the bullet holes is unusual. Even in a general average bullet hole frequency in Martinez sense. Grim affairs. Meaning, this is a lot of bullet holes. Looks like fully automatic rifle fire. Something you don't see these days.
Why not?
The manufacturing and sale of automatic rifles was curtailed after the revolution. The destructive power of such tools proved to be too much. We do need to retain some humanity in this world.
Alright. Oh, good lord. Let's see. Visual calculus. Oh, booze. Let's see. Distracted by the thing I was trying to do. I gotta get my visual calculus up. Do I have any negatives to visual calculus? I don't think so. Really do love those orange pants. All of these give you a composure. Awesome watchtower heels. That's funny. I don't have anything that boosts visual calculus. I want to boost my shivers for this though. Oh. This might be nice. My light jacket. Really need a huge boost for shivers. I have tons of shivers. Let's see. Okay. Then I do want to smoke a cigarette if I could ever figure out how. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty's just up in here playing the game with the mouse. Sorry, baby. You stretch. You're fine. You a good girl. Did I not equip? No, I did. How do I do it? Out of cigarettes? I have 7 uses left. How do I use them? Is it a glitch? What are we glitching here? There we go. They gotta be in your right hand because yeah, baby. Let's give this a shot.
A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall, reaching from one corner to the other. Unable to piece together the big picture just now, there's a hole in their hypothesis.
I'm dumb.
The scattering of bullet holes looks like one giant smiling mouth, smiling its deadly smile, laughing at you and the world and the living.
Okay. Seems like I don't know why you had to take your pants off for that. We got a star and a gun, so let's say RCM. Whoa. What are we just doing there? Does that say murder? Very badly. Murder plus hats. It's orange and green. A little bit of yellow. Like a sunset. Lots of blue. Little mural or something behind there. They're just lined up against it and shot. Oh, that's grim. Okay, let's go down here really quick. Can I get farther down? I think this is the end of the path. Look how green this water is. Maybe it's me. I'm crazy. I'm feeling like a waiter right now. You like the bow tie. These glasses. Let's see. I could be real smart. If you wear found athletic athleisure wear, then you too are a freaking genius. Okay. Makes me know stuff. Reaction speed. I like reaction speed. Tiny cages carefully constructed.
Here we go. Nice and easy. No way out, little guys. Not out of this jam.
There's a cylinder on the ground in which the man is arranging some netting. It looks like some kind of trap. He notices you.
Who's there? Oh, the police. Hello, officers.
His self-conscious enthusiasm renders his movements ungainly. He looks like your understanding of a scientist.
Is that the police? Why are the police here?
Look at that profile picture. Gary the crypto-fascist. Fascinating.
Don't worry, Gary. I'll handle it.
Okay. He must be Morel, the cryptozoologist.
To what do I owe the pleasure?
If a cryptozoologist is somebody who studies animals that might not exist, is a fascist against something that might not exist? Or crypto, maybe something dead? I don't get it. What is a crypto-fascist?
That's sarcasm. He takes no pleasure from your appearance.
You don't seem too happy to see the RCM.
Oh, no. It's all right. I'm just busy.
Lena sent me. She's been
What's
really...
this about?
I was trying to explain. Lena sent me. She's been really worried about you and is waiting for you to get back.
Of course. Thank you for passing along the message. That damn water lock is broken, and we can't go all the way around the 881.
Yeah, that was me. I broke the water lock with my motor carriage. But it's fixed now. You can go back. I'm not going to tell him that. The water lock's been fixed. It was fine when we crossed it. Withhold the whole story. Don't tell him everything. I don't know this man.
Oh, good. We should really be getting back. Gary could use a hot shower and a warm bed.
Did he say we can go back now?
Yes, Gary! We can go soon! If you see Lena, tell her I won't be long.
Sir, your wife is waiting for you.
I just have to do one more round. See if the phasmid has taken the bait. Then we're going.
For all his passion, this man is diligent and patient. You could learn things from him.
Tell me about this phasmid you're looking for.
Well, first of all, it's damn difficult to find, which is why we've been knee-deep in the reeds laying traps for it.
What makes it so difficult to find?
Good question. Being a phasmid of the order Phantasmodea, a ghost insect, it disguises itself as plant matter. In this case, the reeds. Awful lot of reeds around, aren't there? And I suspect it may have also developed other specialised techniques to protect itself from predators, or scientists, in our present case.
Like, text is all wonky. I don't know what happened there. Okay, what sorts of specialized techniques is the phasmid using to hide itself?
It's my hypothesis that it has evolved certain electrochemical defences that allow it to interfere with animal perception, impeding pattern recognition, confusing the visual cortex. But I cannot describe how these defences work, much less how they evolved, without studying a live specimen.
And how big is this phasmid?
I'm expecting it to be quite giant. One known species of phasmid, called the Megaphasmodea zoensis, is about the size of a grown man's forearm. So,
Seems puny, to be honest.
Why? Yeah. I'm bigger than a bug. Why are you so interested in this stick bug? Aren't there more sensational animals out there?
typical rookie assumption. Insects are much more sophisticated creatures than those unversed in zoology give them credit for. Even simply catching a glimpse of the Insulindian phasmid would be the apex of of any cryptozoologist's career. But to study it, and its defenses. Find out how it stayed hidden so long.
Would be glory itself.
What have you discovered about it so far?
Very little, I'm sorry to say. No one's ever captured a specimen, so all our information is based on first and third-hand accounts.
And no one's ever found one? What would be a second-hand account? I mean, that would just be somebody telling you what happened to them. Wait. What's a third-hand account? I'm confused. What? No one's ever found one?
Not yet. That's what makes it a cryptid.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity, if there's no proof of its existence, how do you know it's real?
Why has Cam got asked the tough questions?
I know it's real.
It's clear that his obsession with the phasmid is driven by something more than the pure pursuit of scientific advancement.
By which I mean, I've heard enough first-hand accounts to believe quite firmly that the Insulindian phasmid is more than mere superstition.
Nina said there has been sightings of it here in Martinez.
Yes, the most recent sighting was by a couple of teenagers along the coast here. That's what brought us to Martinez specifically. It's the first credible sighting in several decades. Admittedly, it's an unusual location for this species, but with all the sewage runoff upstream, it probably doesn't matter much anymore.
Maybe the Insulindian phasmid has died out?
I have to resist the thought. Such an extraordinary creature is doubtlessly highly resilient. After all, it's generally thought to be capable of parthenogenesis.
Parthenogenesis?
Yes. The females don't need males to reproduce. Makes it easier for a species to survive in adverse conditions.
Okay. Females reproducing without males, the travesty. This arouses no special feelings in me. That's pretty clever, actually. I don't know about clever. It's not like they do it on a conscious level, but that's a very cool adaptation of nature.
Yes, the Insulindian phasmid is a very clever insect. That's why it's so damn difficult to catch. But as a scientist, I'll try my best to remain dispassionate.
Excuse me. Tell me more about these traps.
Well, they may not look impressive, but Lena designed them quite cleverly, so I'm sure they'll do the trick.
Lena designed them?
Yes.
How do the traps work?
Simple. Attracted by the locusts, the phasmid crawls down the funnel and, having eaten its fill, can't get back out. At least, that's the intention. The net isn't a perfect solution, but we didn't want to use anything that might damage the specimen's delicate exoskeleton.
What are you using as bait?
Locusts. Nearly all known phasmids are herbivores, of course. But we've hypothesized that the Insulindian phasmid might occasionally prey on other insects.
Inside the traps, a number of locusts crawl and tumble over one another in a tiny, chittering swarm.
What will you do if these traps don't work?
They'll work, I assure you. The predatory hypothesis, using locusts as bait, accounts for the failure of previous efforts by other teams, which use plants. We have given this some thought.
The traps do seem to be deftly and thoughtfully constructed. It's clear the cryptozoologist's wife knows what she's doing.
Let me ask you about something else.
Yes. What?
Lena seems pretty eager for you to return.
And I'm eager to return to her, I assure you. But I can't leave before we finish with these traps.
Ooh, my back. Oh, we're gonna stretch. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And we stretched.
My wife understands that just as well as anyone.
Come on, Morale. We've been soaking out here for days. It's time to go back.
And leave the traps? Absolutely not. I won't let Lena down.
Come on, she wants us back. I'm soaked up to my nuts over here. We'll both catch reed crabs if we don't dry out soon.
I didn't know the phasmid was so important to Lena.
Of course it's important to her. She's seen it. A verified sighting. On record. One of only 4 this century. And it's hers.
She's seen it?
Really? She sighted the phasmid? She didn't tell me that.
Yes. That's how we first came to know one another, in fact. But that's her story to tell, not mine. Suffice to say, it's long been our dream to find proof of the Insulindian phasmid together.
Maybe you
Can't abandon course now.
Maybe you could go back to the whirling warm-up and come back to check the traps later?
No. The traps need to be monitored on a regular schedule. What would we do if the phasmid were to starve while we were sipping tea at the hostel?
He's dead set on this. I could go for some trap setting.
What if we check the traps for you?
I didn't expect you to take such an interest in our work here, officer.
Cryptozoology and detective work are very similar.
Yes, indeed. Both require a great deal of research, attention to detail, and, above all, persistence.
Where are all these traps?
There are 4 in total. One is to the south, on this little peninsula, by the boathouses there. It's very near. Another we set in Land's End, to the northeast. It's behind a small sand dune there, on your way to the old radio tower, after the church. The third is set near the canal, where you crossed, by a concrete slab. You should check at least one of those before returning to this one, since I just said it. This one's more of a technicality, but still, better safe and stupid than sorry.
That seems like a lot. Do we really have time for this extracurricular venture?
The pursuit of knowledge is its own justification. What, aren't you having fun?
Even relative to examining a week-old corpse, I'm not sure mucking about in the reeds qualifies as fun. But have it your way, detective.
What do I do if there's a phasmid in one of the traps?
Bring it to me at once. Just make sure the trap is closed tight.
What if I encounter the phasmid in the wild?
That's highly unlikely, officer. But in the event you do, I'll spray you with a pheromone mixture I developed. It's made of musk and research chemicals. The pheromone should attract the insect to you, or at least prevent it from bolting at the sight of you. It's quite potent. Will last you about a week.
Okay, lay it on me.
Wise choice.
He douses you with the odd-smelling spray and then gives you a satisfied nod.
This is the smell of dying reeds, of longing crumbling into the water.
I hope you're not buying this. He dispenses it without letting you touch the canister, so it would be precious like holy water.
It is precious. A single dose cost me 50 real to develop. Not that I expect you to understand self-financing one's own research.
I'm ready, let's get to it.
Right. Which means you two can pack up and go back to the whirling.
Finally, someone's talking sense.
Thank you for your help. Gary and I will start breaking down camp. If you have any more questions, now's the time to ask. We'll be gone once you get to it.
If it's more cryptid-related business you want to discuss, you'll have time for that later too. But what if the information is vital? On the hunt. What about his eager-to-leave friend Gary there? Talk to him too, perhaps.
How did you become a crypt? I don't know. I'll get going. Let's ask Gary some questions. Gary.
Hello, I'm Gary. Very generous of you to help us out, officer.
He sounds like a Muppet.
Yellow man. I mean, officer.
The lieutenant raises his eyebrows slightly and takes out his notebook. Yellow man. That sounds awfully familiar. Something to keep in mind for later.
I'm just waiting for my friend Morel to finish up with his insect traps so we can return to civilization.
Not a lover of the great outdoors?
I like nature, just not this bloody coast. It's mostly drunks and degenerates that come here.
Degenerates have been trained to identify the slightest hint of degeneracy by the preeminent authority on it. Which would be me. Drunks and degenerates, that's my crew. Sadly, I think I might be a drunk or a degenerate, maybe both. Nobody's perfect. I'm sure you've been tempted to drink.
Oh, I didn't mean it in any scientific way.
His gaze shifts nervously to the pile of soggy logs at his feet. Do you know anything about the man hanging behind the whirling rags?
Oh, so that's what the RCM in Martinez is about. Great. Great to hear someone's finally taking care of that.
So you do know something about it?
No. Nothing. He was some kind of mercenary. But everyone here knows that. I'm just glad to hear you're looking into it. That's all.
He's not feeling very comfy in his clothes, is he? Strange.
Is this your mug? Hold up the yellow man mug.
My mug? Why would you think that?
His eyes widen at the sight of the mug. He's seen it before, all right.
You said yellow man. That's not something many people around here are saying.
Really? I hear it all the time. All in jest, of course. No offense meant to anyone.
Just admit it, man. You put the mug in the trash container behind the whirling.
Maybe. Okay. Yes, I did. I know I shouldn't have, and I am very sorry, officer.
No,
You're
Gary.
Not going to find me, are you?
No, Gary. I just want information.
Whew. Thank you. You won't regret this. I won't use another man's property to dump my garbage ever again. I don't know what got into me, really. Work has been stressful lately. Damn Koiko's price dumping us out of competition.
What did you do, Gary?
Nothing. Just answering some questions. Helping out the law.
Here we go. Start pumping that sweet info.
So he gets kind of high getting people to confess. How did you get into the trash container, Gary?
I know a guy who works with the trash collection services. CS Municipal. He gave me a master key for the trash containers of Martinez.
Why would you need to get into everyone's trash?
So I can use the Whirling's trash compactor to store my own stuff. Garbage disposal is expensive as hell. The damn Hemians run it like a mob. I'm sorry, okay? I thought I could cut costs. I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have disgraced myself.
Disgraced? No need for the histrionic, sir. It was, after all, just a trash container.
He studies his reaction. Gary doesn't answer.
He's ignoring Kim. Gary, did you put the clothes of a murder victim, the man who was hanged behind the whirling rags, into that trash container?
Officer, please. Let me explain. It's not like that.
Please do.
I was only cleaning up. I live right across the yard from where he was hanged, and I saw him stripped naked. All the clothes lying around in the yard, smelling. People are animals, you know?
Yes. What happened? Okay, then what happened?
Then I came out to clean up the rags because no one else would. I put them into the Whirling's trash, along with a broken mug, admittedly. Okay, I was coming to throw the mug away, and, well, I threw the mug there and the clothes too.
Right. It was just civic duty.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Civic duty.
As he shifts uncomfortably, a series of clicks, like the clinking of glass beads against one another as they roll across a hardwood floor. You've heard this sound before. But where?
What's that strange sound?
What sound?
Don't mess with me. I think you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't the slightest. There's lots of weird stuff out here in the reeds, though. Insects, trash. Could be the wind shifting some garbage nearby.
Every day, the wind shifts the reeds and whatever was left in them. Tambourines and condom wrappers. Plastic and glass bottles. The smell of decay.
You wouldn't know anything about the victim's missing armor, would you?
Armor? No. I mean, yes. Of course. I know he was wearing armor, but I don't know anything about it.
There's something going on here. You should observe him more closely after this topic is concluded.
Let's move on for now.
I hope I could help your investigation, in my small way.
Okay.
Don't be so relieved yet, Gary. This bad cop may have been in your apartment, admiring your mug collection. Perhaps a little intimidation?
Are you a cryptozoologist too? Let's get him off guard a little.
No. I help Morel with research sometimes, and I've learned some things along the way. But I don't usually go in for picnics like this on my own.
There probably is a follow-up to this, but you can't think of any. Doesn't matter. Waste of time anyway.
You were
Gotta keep moving.
you were surprised to see my colleague, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
Not many Sealites here, or anywhere, other than Sail. I meant no offense, truly.
Do you remember how, when we met Measurehead and I said the next racist will be a really good one?
Yes.
Well, this is that racist.
Are you Gary? Are you a racist?
Hey, man, all I meant was there are not many Sealites around here. I'm just stating a fact.
You have a problem with Sealites?
No problem at all.
Gary the racist.
Is
Fuck.
he? He's looking comfortable enough. Maybe it was just beads. Sounded like beads. But what kind of beads might a man like Gary be hiding beneath his clothes?
Are you currently supporting some anal beads? WTF. Gary, I gotta... These are all really good options. Gary, are you cross-dressing by any chance?
Why would I do that, officer?
Feel closer to the fair sex. Ain't no shame in it, man.
But, officer, I'm not wearing any women's clothes.
Damn. Okay. So, Gary, you live nearby in an apartment in Martinez?
Sure do, officer.
His eyes narrow slightly. He's wondering where this is going.
Have you found your door open lately?
In my home. Yes. When I was going to... How did you know?
Mr. Everett Clare thought it necessary to unlock your apartment.
Mr. Clare unlocked my apartment?
I know I did, per his request.
So you work for Everard Clare? Officer, please tell him we're good. No, tell him I'll make it up to him. What have I done? He'll send the muscle after me.
As he lowers his tone, he hunches his back.
Really, I don't even know what it was about. I just opened the door and I don't know what this is. What doesn't like it? Try not to shit yourself, Gary. It's just an open door. Nod grimly. Yeah, no, this one. Our discussion on this topic is over, Gary.
Of course. I won't do it again. If there's anything I can do to assist you, or the Union, just ask, okay? I'll try to help if I can.
This scared him proper. He's positively melting from fear. Has to prop himself up with a lot of anger to keep it together.
The weather vane has turned. He cannot be unturned.
He clearly liked his squirming. He may even have changed his mind about the whole door opening operation.
Oh, I unlocked this thing here. And I still
he
lost.
keeps shifting uncomfortably, but you can't make head or tail of this sound.
Fuck.
And honestly, it's rude to stare, so stop.
Thank you for cooperation. Sorry. Talk to him one more time later. These soggy logs smell of ignition fluid, still they won't light up. Just pouring down rain in the boonies. These heavy military blockades are riddled with bullet holes and crumbling. It's almost impossible to get a fire going this near to the ocean. Oh my god, what's happening? I don't want to talk to Kim.
Yes?
Oh. Why did the 41st send me?
Because you're the best qualified. No, that doesn't seem right.
Dumb brain, I'm good for nothing. No, that makes sense. I'm exceedingly qualified.
If you're so well qualified, why can't you remember why you were sent? Anyway, don't keep the lieutenant waiting.
Alright, convince Kim there's a... Well, let me wait on that till we have a little more evidence. Okay, Kim, you're standing in the way of what I'm looking for here. The buoy bobs in the water. The number on it says 11. Do it. Fascinating. Okay. Feel. Suggestion is one that I have to get up. Shivers is always good. Let's see. Alright. Let's go. Let's go look at traps. Oh, it's over here.
There's a trap in the reeds at your feet. Looks like the same one you saw Morel set before. Same mesh, same wiring. Behind you, a ruined residential building looms over the reeds, shielding them from the wind. They rustle confidentially, in tune with the pitter-patter of the rain. When this district was booming, the reeds were kept at bay. Nothing obscured the freshly painted facades. Nowhere for drunks and adventurous teenagers to hide. Now only the wind blows.
Reach for the trap.
Locusts are crawling around in the trap, confused but uneaten. You see no carnivorous reed phasmid gorging on them.
Big surprise. Anyway, 1 down. 3 to go.
No need to grin. I'm not expecting to fight anything. I'm helping some citizens and getting some fresh air. Nah. It'll be the next one, surely.
Surely. Anyway, the air is nice and fresh here.
Doo-doo. I think this was as far as you can... Oh, they left. I have to check this one out.
This is the trap Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. But the reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow. This trap is also full of panicked locusts. No sign of any cryptozoological beast inside.
Another empty trap.
Are you enjoying the cardio, Lieutenant? I'm quite enjoying it myself.
Always up for a good jog. Otherwise, would I still be on this case with you?
Okay. Let's go this way. I want to talk to this gentleman. Well, I'm back over here for a while.
And Mikhail noticed the windows, especially with how there are no windows on the south side. This was to deal with.
Ooh.
You officers, come to investigate the historic subtext of West Martinez? I'm Tran Heilostam. You must be Kim Kitsuragi, right? I was just telling my son about this building. Not a lot of people realize the historic significance here. Very rich in hypertext.
How does he know Kim's name?
Nice to meet you.
You, hold on, hypertext?
Yes, hypertext. Young Carp and the collection of cultural hyperlinks.
He's just making up fancy words.
I
This
believe it.
doesn't mean anything.
Wait, what was that about the windows before?
Oh yes, so Mikhail. They had to deal with monitor glare, especially in the summer. They still had vector monitors back then. That was 49 years ago. So they didn't have windows on the south wall.
Do you and Kim know each other?
No, I can't say that we've met before, but I've heard of Kim, of course. Mikhail, say hi to the officers.
Rests hand on the boy's shoulder. The child stays hidden behind the hem of his father's coat, clenching his worm-themed coloring book.
Mikhail's a little tired today. We spent all night trying to run Orbis on his radio computer. Have you heard of it? It's a programming language used in Grad. Quite tricky, but he wanted to play this Grad-made adventure program. We've been getting really into worms lately. But I assume you're not here for giant worms when there are so many real things to see. Just as I was telling Mikhail before, this is where the Coalition landed in '08. We could be standing on what is the most interesting landmark in Revachol West.
So fascinated by an empty old building.
Aha! But it's not just any empty old building.
He raises his hand to his eyes to shield himself from the pattering rain. Off wherever you turn to admire the murals before you.
What not a lot of people know is this used to be the R&D department of Felt Electrical. And Felt, which now sells ink cartridges mostly, was once a top dog in the turn-of-the-century cybernetics boom.
Hold on. What's R&D?
Look at the building looming over you.
It looks old and weathered, with seagulls picking apart its stone and metal carcass. Bushy undergrowth has taken hold of the collapsed rooftop. Some kind of bird has set up a nest on a broken windowsill.
Wait, what's an R&D department?
Apologies, it's an acronym for research and development. They don't use it anymore.
They don't?
You're probably more familiar with RTD, Research and Technological Development.
Sure.
Mea culpa. You are not familiar with that one either. This man is a bookhead.
Ooh, I don't think I've ever heard of this Feld Electrical.
That's not surprising. Only a vestigial ink cartridge and ferrotape manufacturer remains. They started out as a midway electronics outfit in Königstein 2 centuries ago. After an aggressive move to Revachol, Feld became a global player in the emerging personal electronics market of the pre-revolutionary era. Still, Tricentennial was beating them in business machines. But Feld had an ace up their sleeve, or should I say they were developing an ace up their sleeve? I'm mixing my metaphors here.
What was that ace?
It was here in Martinez, possibly in this very building, that they developed prototypes for a tape computer.
A tape computer?
An elegant folding mechanism of rollers and ferrotape ribbons, portable enough to be a take-it-home solution. Revolutionizing business machines, possibly even bring them to the average consumer, which is a feat of engineering even today's giants, Rehm, ICN and ZAM, haven't achieved yet.
He assumes something like a combat stance, facing the wind.
What happened?
Indeed. What?
The revolution!
Unfortunately, their moonshot project never made it to the market. Feld's move to Revachol backfired. The revolutionary government liquefied their assets and expropriated those very advanced prototypes. Possibly from this very building, or one of the adjacent ruins. All of this was built by Feld, even the boardwalk. Wild Pines built Martinez proper as a resort for their middle management. Feld built this side of town for R&D.
You're saying that Feld Electrical built this boardwalk?
Yes, they even built a pleasure wheel, but that got destroyed in the war.
A pleasure wheel?
The lieutenant looks wistfully at the horizon and is picturing gondolas rising to the sky.
Yes, to lure in their star engineers. This part of Martinez was nothing but reeds before Feld arrived. They had to make the prospect of living here attractive. It was supposed to become a global center for innovation in cybernetics. But history had other plans.
What happened to the engineers, the company people?
Oh, I'm afraid it didn't end well for the boys. But this story is a bit too dark for little Mikhail here. Now, if you were to ask about tape computers...
He means that the boys got shot by the communists. The boys were bourgeois.
Ah, tape computers, right.
Tape computers.
Okay. What did the revolutionaries do with these advanced tape computers?
They used them for military communications, but also to write and send out press releases. The most notorious example being Le Décret de Mars.
What was that?
What's the Mars Decree? I mean the radio transmission sent out to news agencies and world governments by the newly created Commune of Revachol on the 7th of March in the year 02. It's a beautiful piece of text, actually. A singer-songwriter I know, Charette, called it a love poem to Revachol on her political concept album, Bombessier dans le Lind. You should read it. Every local library in Revachol stocks a copy of the decree. I tried to get Mikhail to memorize it. Tried to. Someone was much too interested in worms to be paying any attention.
The kid takes a peek at the green and silver worm on the cover of the book, already forgetting about this part of the discussion.
How did you... excuse me. How do these tape computers work? Did they work like radio computers?
Actually, no one knows. No one even knows what a computer made entirely of tape would look like. But word has it, they were very elegant, exquisite, alien-looking turn-of-the-century hardware. 10 years ago, I did a little freelancing, I guess you could say. I was a special consultant for an exhibition at the Wompty Dumpty Dum Center in Vredefort, Oranje. It raised the same questions, and we had lengthy discussions with Paul Ockerman, who was head curator at the time. This was before the twins Keith and Guy Juice joined the team, trying to...
Wait, did he just say Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center?
Dome. I love that word.
He did it. He said Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center, like it's the most natural thing in the world. What the hell is a Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center? And who the hell are Keith and Guy Juiced?
Okay, the Wompty Dumpty Dom Center? Paul Ackerman, Keith, and Guy Juiced? What are you talking about?
The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center for Contemporary Arts. The exhibition itself drew on Lagerman's notion of memory, and so there were some parallels. That's why the head curator, Paul Ockerman, chose to...
You're making this up. Kim, is he making this up?
In fact, I'm not. The Wompty Dumpty Dum Center is a place you can visit if you're ever in Vredefort and are ever in the market for an exhibition space / contemporary art research center. But perhaps I should return to the tape computers. As I was saying, the device itself was very elegant, fragile even. One could write directly on the tape using a special chemical solution. The machine would then analyze the handwriting, perform operations, and project output onto a white screen. It was a beautiful, delicate thing.
Made of black film and folding tape structures.
Cool.
Very, very cool. Though I understand the socio-economic causes of the revolution, it pains me to imagine the revolutionaries setting fire to this precious device. But so they did. The Feld playback experiment vanished into the fires of '07.
The Feld playback experiment.
Yes, the official name of the prototype. Some sources report it as the Feld playback experience. But those are incorrect.
Why did the revolutionaries destroy it?
Who knows? Maybe it was an accident, or maybe they didn't want the technology to end up in the wrong hands. Either way, they're all gone now. All 3 versions of the prototype. Nothing but debris and ashes remain inside that building.
I want to ask about something else.
But of course, what else?
You look like someone who has money. You have I don't really need any money. Great. Thank you for all the interesting information.
No, thanks to you for having me and little Mikhail here to pick your brain. A very interesting conversation indeed.
Pick your brain? If anything, this was rather one-sided. He did the talking. What?
Fence blocks a path. There's no way on from here. Crowbar. Look at that, I'm rich. Bars cover these long, dusty windows. Okay. I'm gonna head back to the shantytown. Rusty and letters read Mazoo. The rear tire of a motor carriage. Okay. Flower, though. Flower trough, where nothing really grows. Maybe in spring. Hard to see the details. The colors all warm and welcoming are cozy, though. The street sign is illegible below the graffito. Okay. I think... Kim, just settle. Doo-doo. Doo-doo. A great picture. Anyway, I think I'm gonna call that for now. This is a special, very special Monday morning stream. Very rare and unusual. I have the day off. And I actually have to do things, which is lame. So I'm gonna go do those things. I will be back next weekend. Same bat time, same bat channel. I will see you then. Bye.